Good morning, Columbia. Thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Rochelle Dean. Your time right now, 5 a.m. We are live from Maine and Gervais. Well, another crisp and cool start to the morning, but dry. So all things considered, shaping up to be a pretty nice day. Let's turn things over to Tyler Ryan, who's standing by in the Weather Center with a look at what you can expect as you get ready to head out the door this morning. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, Ms. Rochelle. Good morning, Columbia. And yes, crisp is actually a good word. We talked about it yesterday, getting down to 48. We actually made 49. That's where we stand right now here in the capital city. So pretty close to about the coolest temperature we've seen since last spring. Fall is definitely here for sure. Our day planner today looking real nice, actually very fall-like. In fact, it's only going to be 60 at 10, 66 as you step out to have lunch, and only get to about 72 degrees today. A lot of bright sunshine, though. It's another fantastic day here in the Midlands. Rochelle.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Well, now that we know the weather is looking up, let's see how those roads look as you get ready to head out this morning. Here are some trouble spots you may encounter. South Carolina Highway Patrol is reporting a traffic hazard at the intersection of Andrew Corley Road and Corley Mill Road. Now, the Department of Transportation has been notified. Of course, we are keeping our eyes on the roadway, and we'll update you if anything else happens to pop up before that morning commute. ABC Columbia also wants to help you jumpstart your day with a quick rundown of your top Tuesday morning headlines. So let's get started. More than 400,000 customers still in the dark here in South Carolina after Hurricane Matthew. According to the South Carolina Emergency Management Division, utility crews have cut the outages down by more than half of the 850,000 affected in the massive outage. Governor Haley says crews are working around the clock to make sure that everyone's lights come back on.
So to say that they are working is an understatement. I think they are really on top of this, moving as fast as they can, and will continue to do so.
And officials say they do not estimate, or have an estimate rather, for when they should have all of the electricity back on and running. Utility experts warn the rate of fixing outages may slow down as they get to the hardest hit coastal areas where the power grid has suffered major damages. Due to that widespread power outages, many schools here in our area remain closed this morning. All schools in Clarendon and Sumter are closed today. Orangeburg Districts 3, 4, and 5 remain closed. However, Richland District 1 officials tell us that power is back on at Weber Elementary School, and so school there will resume tomorrow. For another look at this list, you can go to our website. We have it all listed there, abccolumbia.com. Well, due to ongoing hazardous conditions following Hurricane Matthew, some state government offices are also remaining closed today. Officials in Allendale, Beaufort, Darlington, Dillon, Florence, Hampton, Jasper, Lee, Marion, Orangeburg, and Williamsburg counties all closed today. You can visit scemd.org for more information about the continuous response to Hurricane Matthew, or you can go to our website, abccolumbia.com. And on top of the mass power outages because of Hurricane Matthew, that's also doing damage to hundreds of trees and landscapes here across the Midlands. To help you out with that, the state is providing a debris help hotline. Homeowners can call 1-800-451-1954 to request volunteers to help with helping hands to assist with that cleanup and mold mitigation. We also have that number on our website, abccolumbia.com. Well, due to Hurricane Matthew's damage, many here in the Midlands and across the state are missing work. And in a right to work state like South Carolina, that can mean putting your employment at risk. But we spoke with the University of South Carolina employment law professor Joseph Siner, who says there are some options for those who are afraid Hurricane Matthew may cost you your job.
The legal answer is, at the end of the day, the employer really is free to do what the employer wants to. The more practical issue is the employer wants to be very careful in the type of message it sends out, both to the community and to its workplace.
Now, if you're worried, keep in mind, so far there are no reports of anyone losing their job in the wake of last weekend's storm. And we're getting an update on the dam situation today following Hurricane Matthew. The Department of Transportation is holding a public meeting on South Congaree Community Dam today. If you'd like to attend that meeting, it's taking place at Congaree Elementary School at 6 tonight and will run until 7. Governor Nikki Haley also holding a press conference today, updating the public on the recovery efforts following Hurricane Matthew. Governor Haley and state officials are gathering at the South Carolina Emergency Operations Center for this conference, which is taking place today at noon. Calhoun County officials say a man was killed over a Craigslist ad. This happening last night. Authorities say the victim met another man at a truck stop parking lot regarding an item listed on Craigslist. The two men sat in the car negotiating the sale when officials say they got into an argument. Police say several shots were fired, leaving the victim dead and another injured. The victim's identity has not yet been released. The sheriff's department is continuing to investigate this incident. Richland County deputies are looking for a woman they say stole a laundry list of items worth around $6,000. Investigators say the woman seen here in this surveillance image broke into a home on Tidewell Road in Blythewood. The woman took items ranging from the Palmetto Citizens debit card to a Clemson football helmet signed by Sammy Watkins. If you recognize this woman you see here in this video, you are asked to call the Richland County Sheriff's Department or Crime Stoppers. That number is always 1-888-CRIME-SC. Deputies also on the lookout this morning for a suspect in a gunfight outside of a Midlands hotel. Investigators say on September 11th, a man seen in this surveillance image opened fire on a man sitting inside his car in the parking lot of the Hawthorne Suites on Zimmelcrest Drive. Deputies say the man in the car returned fire, but neither of the men were injured. A Lexington County woman charged this morning with attempted murder in a weekend shooting. Deputies arrested Angie Stone Saturday night after they say she shot at her boyfriend multiple times during a verbal argument. Officials say the victim was struck many times but is expected to recover. Stone is now being held in the Lexington County Detention Center. Well, the threat of clowns, real or made up, continues to fear those across the county, the country, and here in South Carolina. Deputies, school officials in Spartanburg now investigating what they say are, quote, poorly written threats on its Instagram and Twitter pages. The threats say a clown will shoot and stab people on Halloween and also at the Spartanburg Dorman football game. A sheriff spokesperson says additional officers will be placed at both schools just as a precautionary measure. A circuit court judge has ruled that Kim Murphy is not eligible to run for Lexington Richland 5 School Board. Yesterday, Judge Jean Toll ruled that Murphy refused to acknowledge the previous court orders regarding her residence and her unfounded challenges to previously have been in the running for that as a distraction to important work on the board. Murphy was initially removed from the board back in 2013 following a dispute over whether or not she actually lived in that district. And if you want your voice heard in the presidential election, you do have some more time to register thanks to Hurricane Matthew. The original deadline was set for Saturday, but the State Election Commission is extending that deadline to today for the November 8th election. Now, this is for voters' registration by mail. It must be postmarked by today. Well, still to come, keeping on with Vote 2016, we are taking a closer look at the latest scandals and the controversies following the presidential candidates' campaign.
Hey guys, another brilliant day on tap today for us here in the Midlands. Not a lot of clouds you're going to look at. We're going to talk about your full details, plus the pink tie. We're talking that when we come back live from Manager Bay.